in HezerS. He's got people in the audience as well who came with him to support him. Katia behind him. I saw Danny Pitbull milling around the arena here in Istanbul. He has come to win.
Well then, this is it, the big one in Europe. The eChampions League Grand Final. HezerS, the Italian, the surprise package in this tournament, up against Emre Yilmaz, a new player that came onto the scene last year, a player that was just grinding division rivals and then suddenly got picked up by Team Hullet. He made a top 4 in an E-World Cup last year. And ever since then, he has been a force to be reckoned with, no matter the tour. What a gift this could be from the get-go!
That's a huge...
You're not going to get a bigger gift than that in a grand final. Damage Ginola 6 minutes in will put HezerS into a lead.
I mean, we would expect that on the other side of things, maybe HezerS jumping in, not being that comfortable, but that's a huge mistake and a one you cannot afford to do at this stage of the tournament.
I know we spoke about HezerS maybe coming in cold as he looks for the kick-off there straight over the top. Emre Yilmaz has just won a game, but he walked over the finish line. It weren't a sprint. He was 5 goals up. The game had finished by the 80th minute. And I think there could be that level of, yes, he's coming in warm, but maybe he's coming in not at the pace and the tempo that he needs to come into. He's coming in warm, but he's not boiling. He's gone off the temperature a little bit because of how comfortable a result it was in the end against Umut.
I agree with you. He was playing at maybe 70 or 80%, so maybe you have like a 10-minute layoff, and then you're not 100% when you come back. I agree with you, 100%.
It's a rarity, someone agree with me on this stage.
I love you, Richard.
Cheers, Graf.
I love you.
Referee, pull that one back. I mean, look, if we look at the storyline here, yes, there's always the ultimate goal to win the Champions League, but on that resume, Richard, it would have been, look, I need to get playoffs here. This was his last chance to get Global Series playoffs. You don't know what the playoffs is. It is your ticket or your opportunity to get to the E-World Cup, the biggest tournament outside of the Champions League in terms of a worldwide tournament. In Europe, this is the one that everyone wants to be at and win. A top 2 here. HezerS looking for a second. Ronaldinho, there's the step over.
Oh!
Save Van der Sar. But he got playoffs. Playoffs in the bag of a top 2.
HezerS is heating up right now on this stage. It should be 2-0 up. It just should be 2-0 up.
Keep an eye on that lofted ball. It could find R9. Well played, Capdevia. It just about comes across the defence, that one superbly well. Just want to have a quick word on the man that's sitting behind HezerS there, Katia, who came second in this tournament in 2021. They actually played against each other in the eChampions League. They weren't teammates back then. Now they are teammates. They've had quite a journey in the Serie A this year. Ball forward. Here's a chance for Emre Yilmaz. Power shots! And just like that, Emre Yilmaz back in the tie at 1-1.
For Emre Yilmaz, it's just all about maintaining a 7 out of 10 performance throughout, what, 4 legs of FIFA. As soon as the game goes a little bit 50-50, I think it suits HezerS. It suits HezerS a lot. He has to have control, Emre, over this game, because it is a marathon. Maybe 2 hours of FIFA that you've got to be very, very consistent over. As soon as the game, I'm not saying it is, but goes in the style that we're seeing it here, you attack, I attack, you attack, I attack, in my opinion, that suits HezerS.
Yeah, definitely. And we saw HezerS using probably 70 or 75 depth on the defensive side of things, and I think that plays a huge factor. If he driven passes into a striker and then just make a speed boost, he's gonna be on a 1v1 situation every single time. And I think HezerS is not exactly known for being a great defender.
I remember some of those games in the online season, 11-8, and just crazy scorelines like that. But if we look at his numbers today, he's only scored 12, he's conceded 10, so once again, backs up your point, defensively, not the best. Emre Yilmaz, granted he's played double the amount of games, has scored 25.
Which is double, yeah, double.
A ridiculous number.
Speaking of Emre Yilmaz, he might be getting a thank you message later tonight, because I believe with him getting a top 2, it allows a new European player to come into the playoffs. I believe that is Eldos of BVB, the Austrian player. He would be over the moon right now. He'll be giving Emre Yilmaz probably more than a thank you message. There's a long ball over the top, finds Capdevia, back to R9, massive save from Van der Sar.
Just gone out and bought himself a Team Hullet jersey.
He's he's getting Emre Yilmaz printed on it right now. Lots of implications coming into this one with those playoffs around the corner. Referee is on it. The goes down just outside the box. Free kick taken quickly from Ronaldinho. Van der Sar's off his line. Could he get chipped? Oh, off the woodwork!
I mean, power shots, driven passes.
HezerS is all over the place here. Punched it back to R9 again. It's going to fall kindly. Alawiran will get it on the second time of asking. La Croqueta back in. R9 will try and twist and turn. Look at the close control. Dribbling. Emre Yilmaz. You are not human.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
What a goal.
For people at home who'll be thinking, why are these three idiots getting so excited about this? Mechanically, what has he just done there, Gravison, that's better than anyone else?
I think it's the patience at the time, because he waited for HezerS to actually predict a pass a couple of times, and he just waited. Then Croqueta pass into a driven pass into a reverse elastico. I mean, the timing of things is just out of this world.
That gave me text flashbacks to Atlanta many moons ago. How special that was in an eChampions League final. You must keep this in mind. Back to goal. HezerS looking for an equaliser, can't find the exit he's looking for with R9.
I think that we're on. I think he had the exit there, and he sort of
went back inside.
He double backed on it, yeah.
Again, as he did before,
yeah.
But Emre learned from his mistake and he defended this time. And that was all FIFA about. If you do it twice and you're playing against a smart opponent, he's going to catch you the second time. So maybe next time a speed boost.
Got a couple of minutes left before we get to half-time in this one. Does this have got an Anders in a final or an Umit in a final?
Yeah.
Or just how good a player like Emre Yilmaz or HezerS is?
I'll answer at half-time.
I'll give you one added minute to think about it, Rich, your answer. Gravison, you said yes.
Yeah.
Does surprise you?
It does surprise me because I thought Umut was going to win the tournament and because I thought Anders was going to reach the final. So, yeah, it surprised me.
Last chance of the half. Emre Yilmaz will look to have it. That will do us a half-time. 2-1. And Richard, what is your answer?
HezerS, yes. I actually thought Auburn would have beaten him earlier on today. That's a 50-50 game. And then I said I've stuck by this the entire tournament. I think Anders starting in the first round of losers were just too many games. It's just too many games against elite opposition that you have to win. I mean, Matthias got so close last year, didn't get over the line. He ran into Nicholas in the second leg of the reset. I just think it's too hard of a task to do. I'm not surprised that Emre's here. I'm actually surprised, I'll give you a little bit more, that Emre's got to reset the bracket. That's what I'm surprised by.
I forgot about that.
I thought Emre would have come through the winner's bracket.
You don't know what that means. If Emre Yilmaz does win this first two-legged game, get your popcorn out because we're doing it all over again. 2 more legs of FIFA. It happened last year.
That's a great
What
ball.
a pass.
Can he get it down just offside is Ronaldinho.
That's offside. What I love about HezerS is he's actually top 27 of Europe right now. And maybe...
Oh, that's clever. Is he onside? Ginola is! Game on! 2-2.
Game on. And HezerS, if he would have been lucky with these results and then Bundesliga and some leagues, he would have probably grabbed the playoff spot. But he was no. I don't want to depend on other people. I want to do it by myself. So he's here in the final, top 2 playoff spot. And he's just not happy with the playoff spot. We're seeing it. He's coming to win.
Well, his best sort of success in tournaments does come in the Champions League. Back in 2021, he was top 6. Can he ball roll Van der Sar? No, he can't. 2 years on from that, he's got a top 2. He's in a grand final in a match which could change everything for him. 75k if he wins this. Will be on that trophy alongside a list of champions from all over the world. Denmark, Argentina, United States of America, potentially an Italian.
What a pass.
Or a Dutch player down the Throw Van der Sar.
I actually eliminated HezerS on FIFA 21 playoffs. That's funny.
Hello, Ronaldinho. Cheeky chip! Oh, stop it! When you have to be clever in those moments and you have to have ice in the veins, that's what you do.
So delicate. The green time chip over the keeper, just perfectly weighted. And again, it's not necessarily that it's something that mechanically is unbelievable, it's the thought to do it. Okay, let me take my situation into accord. Green tag chip is the best situation here. Highest percentage chance.
And it's not easy to do when the goalkeeper is coming out, because the pressure is on you. And if you miss it, you know that's a clear chance that you cannot afford to mistake. But
is it? We're going back down the other end for a third. Ronaldinho!
What a game.
Rule square again. This is going to be going potentially the really long way here. 3-3 in the first leg. Both players just clinical. When they have to be, they are.
I'm telling you, this kind of match, I agree with Richard, it suits HezerS. If it goes back and forth, easy style of match. But if Emre were to calm down things a bit, I think it would be better for him.
Yeah, I think a period of possession, or just sort of, it's hard to do because when he's going forward like this, he looks like he's going to score every time. But just taking the sting out of the game ever so slightly suits him. I really think it does. HezerS at this tempo, if you're going to go back and forth with him, typically it comes out on top.
Well, it's HezerS' turn to attack. Alaba gets back to defend.
Player lock.
Smart.
Little 1-2 available potentially. Ronaldinho. Keep an eye on this hand side of your screen. Capdevila. And a chance to break forward again.
Fault?
Oh, referee. No. Deemed is a fair tackle from Lucio. Keep in mind, these two have never played yet on FIFA 23. It's the first time we're going to see a match. What a time to play someone for the first time in a grand final. Hello. R9. Teeny bit of goalkeeper movement there, just to steady Edwin van der Sar back in his goal.
It reminded me of FIFA 19. Torre, how he moved the keeper inside the net.
And just got some crazy animations.
Especially previous years.
Yeah. Look how wide he is at the top of the pitch there as well.
Ball roll.
Well, he's not really gone wide, but it's just the threat of the switcher play is always on. He's very, I don't want to say simple the way he plays, but he gets the ball and just pings it straight into the attacker. It's almost impossible to defend.
That's great Fifa. That post could be available. Does he want to go on his own? Capdevila tries to heel around the goalie. It was hard to see if David Ginola was free there.
Right decision?
I think the right decision, but it's Capdevila. He might do a poor touch, and you cannot expect it.
HezerS with his last chance of the game. Back to R9. And it will be the Italian that looks to have the lead at the end of this first leg.
I love the step overs into a body feint. I love the way they do it. I think it's Paulo Nero, the player who started doing it. And I think it just adds a little bit of depth to the game, because you expect the step over to be frontal, to be coming into your way. And when they turn it around to another angle, it's just so hard to defend.
No, I definitely agree. And I mean, look, again, what HezerS just done there, one through ball, just straight through, open up the pitch, and he trusts himself that he's got the ability, the mechanical ability on the sticks, to only need one or two attackers. R9, Ronaldinho. Yeah, that'll be enough. I'll create something out of that.
Oh no, surely not again. You score, I score. That's what this grand final is just going to be.
It feels like an exhibition game.
Yeah, but what you said, Richard, he used the right back as a decoy.
Yep.
Ball roll, driven pass into a striker. And that's what FIFA is about, decoys, in a way.
Just going to play for the last chance here is HezerS. if Emre lets him.
I mean, look, what an advert for a grand final, gentlemen. 4-4 at the end of what has been an action-packed first leg. Have we got another attack to come? Alawiran, is Ginola onside? He was, but Ginola gets back to defend for Emre Yilmaz. And that will do us for the half-time point in this grand final. Still a half to be played, maybe even a bracket reset, but 4-4, evenly split at the break.
You don't want that.
One game at a time.
Yes.
One game at a time. 4-4 was the score we saw in the first leg. It will be Emre that's kicking from left to right in that famous Team Hullet strip. HezerS from right to left of AC Monza. Looking for an early start. Ronaldinho! Oh, it must be the lucky charm of Hullet being in the commentary booth. How about that one?
That's a quick start. That's an unbelievable start. But also I like the combination also. Good kick. Don't think. Some of them, they want to dribble the ball into the goal. Just hit it.
I was just saying this earlier on, Ruud. One thing that Emre does so well, instinctive.
Yeah.
He gets the ball. Is there a shoot on? Is there a chance to score? Yes, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, you have to take it. It's like in real football as well. Some players want to dribble the ball into the net. It's not going to happen. So therefore, if you have a chance, be composed, stay calm, and just hit it.
If Hullet does score on the pitch for Team Hullet, will you give us a little celebration?
I will. I remember the first time I have been invited at the
World Cup final.
In London. There was Gorilla, and he scored. It pointed at me like, okay.
We always said that because from the outside, here's another chance for Emre Yilmaz. Now with R9, great save from Van der Sar. We'll talk more in a second when this corner comes in. Played short, finds Ronaldinho. One more. Alawiran goes to the edge of the box for David Alaba, who's going to do a power shot from there. It was a bit ridiculous. But we always thought from that moment that was for us when you thought, let's make an esports team here.
Yeah, that was the first time. I have some friends who are very, very into e-games. And so therefore it was, what I wanted to do. And I'm very proud that I did so because the youth, they know me from esports. They never, the youngsters, they go to YouTube and then they watch you and they say, hey, not a bad player at all.
I mean, probably the best player. You're in everybody's team.
Yes.
Over 1,000 players signed up.
I was there. I was in, I think it was Düsseldorf. I was there when they introduced the legends.
Yeah.
And I didn't, on that moment, I didn't realize how big it was.
How big of a moment that would be.
No, I didn't realize that at all. So therefore, to be here is fantastic. Okay, hit it.
Oh, nine.
Oh, hit it.
It's a clever skill move there, but Van der Sar.
Yeah, don't just hit it.
Just hit it, says Hullet. Back inside, here's another corner. Oh, Ruud Hullet, stop it! Did you ever do that on the pitch? Couple of skill moves?
Yes, oh yes. I must say that Emre does everything to win this game. Nevertheless, you need to score again because this is like normal football. If you don't score the opportunities you get, then all of a sudden they score in the other hand.
Yeah, I think we say in FIFA a lot. When you're on top, got to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Ginola there getting a corner.
It's not as easy as it looks.
No.
It's another corner. It's continuous waves of pressure from Emre Yilmaz. Was looking for a two-goal cushion here. Finally does go for a goal kick. Fellow Dutchman, Edwin van der Sar, probably the best goalie in the game.
But the goalie in the game, yeah. I think also because he was too footed. He was a good player as a goalkeeper. Normal goalkeepers are not that good, but he was excellent. So therefore, I think he's part of that team. He was tall, and he did really well with Man United.
I mean, can't forget that final against Chelsea, where he was the saviour for United.
He was also lucky that John Terry slipped.
Yeah.
You need that as well, eh?
A little bit of luck on the way.
Of course, you need that. You need that.
All over the top finds Ginola for HezerS, who's looking for a way back into the tie. Ginola.
Oh, good defending here
from Lucio.
Very good.
It's one thing that he's so good at, Rich. It's just these long through balls, and it just catches his opponent off guard every time.
It's that switch of play. It's always on for HezerS from the right to the left, getting the wide players running diagonally at the goal as well, so you're not taking a fullback on out
Here
wide.
we go. Come on.
There's
Make
the
it
ball.
count. Make it count.
On and get round him, Capdevia. Back to Van der Sar.
If you are just joining us and you're wondering, a little bit of favouritism in the commentary booth, it's because we are joined
Of course.
by the one and only Ruud Gullit.
Oh, again over. This is.
Ginola running race. Lucio, superb. Wins the ball back
Ginola is
again.
not that quick.
See if Gullit can get on the ball now. There he is.
He's controlling it.
Gullit and Yaya Toure in midfield
So
too.
funny, yeah. Yeah, Toure is fantastic as well.
I have to ask Gullit.
Yes.
We'll talk in a second when this chance comes in. Valverde will win a corner. When did you decide to get rid of the dreadlocks?
2000.
Fancy the change of style?
Yes, because, you know, people recognize you all the time on your hair. I just want, you know, and it's also like when you read a book, you know, it's finished. The book is finished. So therefore, I said to myself, now get it off. New start, new chapter. In the beginning, it was odd because people didn't recognize me. People said, well, "Who the hell is this guy?" But I was happy that I got rid of it. Yeah.
Just seeing here, HezerS, David Ginola seems to be the player for him at the minute, out on that left wing. You've played everywhere on the
Yes.
football field, it feels. For you personally, what were your favourite position on the pitch? Where did you feel like you got the best out of yourself?
I was a defender.
Oh.
Just like that.
I was a defender, central defender. And then comes a new coach and he puts me as a striker. That's a real difference.
Yeah.
But the advantage I had was that I exactly knew how a defender was thinking. So therefore I anticipated on that. And that's the reason why I adapted quickly. The only thing is you have to move different. You have to. I went training, a lot of training, extra training sessions to adapt myself to this new role.
Was it maybe a mentality shift as well from like, I'm good enough to play everywhere,
it's
but
different.
I've got to change my body. If I'm a centre-back, maybe a little bit bigger. If I'm a left winger, a centre-forward.
You know what the funny thing is? I played at, everybody knows it, in the summer, in the beginning of the season. You have always the Camper tournament in Barcelona.
Okay.
And we were invited with Milan was there, Tottenham was there, Barcelona and PSV Eindhoven. So I played there as a central defender. And then in the evening, somebody knocked on my door. It was the executive of Milan. Didn't speak a word. Didn't speak a word English. Said, you, giocare Milan. I said, okay.
Well, no idea what that means either.
I said, okay. I understood that he wanted me to come to play for Milan. So can you imagine? They wanted me when I was playing as a central defender, while you had Baresi.
Yeah.
And when I came to Milan, I played as a striker.
They must have seen something.
Hello. HezerS, chance.
Oh, that is.
Off the restart.
Yeah. That's also too quick. But okay.
We have to speak about the eChampions League and European football. You were lucky enough to win two European Cups yourself. How special was it to play in those big tournaments in Europe, and more importantly, to go the full way and lift trophies?
I think it's the highlight as a footballer for club. Yeah? For my country was the biggest.
Emre?
Was the biggest. But for a club, Champions League final is the biggest thing that you can achieve. And the feeling is, you cannot imagine if you win it, that you have this trophy with the big ears in your hand it's unbelievable. So therefore,
HezerS.
He's
my
equalised the
God,
game.
too quick.
2-goal lead, Emre
Yes.
Yilmaz wiped away.
Yeah. Come on, Emre. Come on.
It's that man again, Ronaldinho. Right place, right time.
Yeah, but good passing.
Instinctive.
I think he's going to change something now. I think he needs to play too open. The thing is, the first half it worked, and then you have to change it again.
It's just so fast.
It was too open in the back.
He needs a bit of centre-back, call it, doesn't he?
That's why.
Not striker.
That's why. I would say that the central defender, was ball watching.
It certainly was
The
called there.
man with the ball is not the most important thing. It's the guy who goes behind you all the time. So you have to see. So that's where defenders makes a lot of mistakes. Ball watching.
Keep in mind, Emre Yilmaz, if he wins this game, a bracket reset will happen, which means we play another 2 legs of FIFA of HezerS.
But he needs to win it.
And get it done. He will be this year's eChampions League winner. This could fall kindly back to Emre Yilmaz. Ronaldinho! Back in the lead again.
He moved the goalkeeper. He moved him to the wrong side. It was a 50-50. He guessed that Ronaldinho would strike to the left. All the entire right-hand side of the goal was open. And even the great Van der Sar, nowhere near that one.
Can you imagine, when I played for Chelsea, I was invited also at a sort of FIFA game. And that was the beginning of everything. So I played for Chelsea 97, 98. I was invited, and it was in the London studios. And in those days, they put 2 enormous television sets with the back to each other. Yeah? And one was playing at that side, and the other one was playing on that side. That's how you were watching the game. So things, of course, changed a lot with all these, you know, crowd can watch it. It's easy to see.
Was you ever good back then?
No, I can't play.
You can't play?
I can't play. Look, I
Play your own.
maybe, but I can't do it. I tried to do it, and I said no.
Was there anyone you remember that was very good at playing FIFA back then?
Yes, no. In my days, no. We played different games. It was, of course, the beginning of games.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Chance.
Oh.
HezerS, it's headers and volleys in the box.
Yeah, so therefore you had totally different games, and the graphics were poor in those days as well. Come on, if you see the graphics now, it's unbelievable. It looks so real. We didn't have that in our days.
Well, it never looked so good, did he, on the virtual pitch with the long hair running around?
In the beginning I looked vicious.
Elegant is the word now to describe it.
But it's unbelievable. I sometimes I think to myself how it's going to be in 10 years' time. Yeah, if you see already how the graphics are now. So now you see better defense. You see?
Here's a chance.
He changed something. Oh.
It's a very high line from HezerS there. Nearly got caught out by Emre.
He now needs to be patient. Patience.
It's like a 4-on-3 though. Emre Yilmaz. Is he onside? Yes, he is there, but Capdevila back to defend. You can
Be patient.
You can see HezerS is chasing to try and get a goal.
Oh, gambling.
Never really going to be troubling Emre there. Defended well. Keeps it in. Alawaram back to R9. Ronaldinho, David Ginola, they're all there in numbers. Off the boot of Van der Sar. Did not know much about that one.
He saved a lot, by the way, Van der Sar.
Yeah, he's been very good.
Power shot.
No, why? Yeah, no. Okay, in that area, you need to be patient.
He's winning the ball high up the pitch,
Oh.
and maybe just a little bit too eager to get that next goal to
Yes.
kill the game off.
Yeah, I can understand, but then you are, you know, be patient. Be patient.
That's a good ball. Ginola chests it down and tucks it into the back of the net.
Emre. That's nice. Very happy with that one.
I'll tell you now, Rich.
I think we're in for a bracket reset potentially. We go all over again. Unless HezerS can pull something out of nowhere.
Come on, be patient. Come on. Defending. Yes. Here, keep the ball.
8-6, the grand final.
And yet we still might need to play another 2 legs. Wow. This eChampions League from Istanbul was certainly delivering us one hell of a grand final.
This is good. See, this is what I like. Now, keep that ball.
He's got 10 minutes just to try and see this one out.
Yeah, but that's why.
Or,
Keep it.
Or does he want to get another one?
No, keep it. Yeah.
Ruud's crying out for him to keep the ball, but I think
Yes.
Emre just wants to score again.
No, he was keeping it in the corner. Look, you see? Keeps it.
More minutes taken out of the game, only 8 left.
Keep it. Yes, you see? You're listening. He's listening.
Ronaldinho
Oh,
back to R9. Is he going to score
Offside.
just offsides? Does give possession back there.
yes, you don't do that. Even though I understand. Okay, now defend. Come on.
You maybe get 2 attacks if you're HezerS, and both have to result in goals. The offside trap coming in, forcing HezerS back. I think
Offside.
he's on.
He's going to get one.
No.
Or not.
Oh, lucky.
Lucio has been so clutch to the back, hasn't he? Rick?
Oh,
So many
what are you
big
doing?
tackles.
Trick.
Yaya Toure this time comes to save the day.
Yes. Okay. Go in the corner. Go in the corner. Go in the corner. Yes.
Game
Hey.
over.
He wants another goal. Added time to follow, but there's a 2-goal cushion. Why is Ronaldinho getting in the way of R9? I don't know.
Yeah. Keep it.
But we can confirm one thing for those watching. Bracket reset on the cards. It will be Emre Yilmaz against HezerS. Take 2. 2 more legs of FIFA to try and find this year's eChampions League winner.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Now,
That ball.
He's halfway there, Ruud. He's halfway there. He's won this first part. He's got to do it
Halfway
again.
there is not there. Keep it. Why?
there you go.
Full time.
Ah.